Hey guys, Michael Sabetta here from Layer. Today we are going to go through the start to finish process of starting off with an image and using that to create the assets that will be used for our new first frame and last frame video generation feature. We are also going to be using another new feature called Prompt Genie that will help craft some awesome prompts to help guide the generation. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, everybody. So let's get started creating this start to finish video. I'm going to start here by going to 2D, and I am going to start forging this character that we want to create. So I'm going to start here with a cyborg ninja wearing a black cloak, a black outfit, and shiny metallic texture on his body. Cool. All right. So that's my rough idea. I know I want to have a character. I know I want him and how this character looks. So I'm going to go ahead and click Enhance Prompt. This is our new Prompt Genie. So I'm going to just start off by enhancing the prompt, and then I'm going to kind of guide the Prompt Genie to create this character how I envision them. It automatically added in these details here, talking about the characters in a city lights and a rooftop at night in the background. So update the background to be a bamboo forest during the day. I'm going to go ahead and enhance the prompt there. So the prompt that we currently have, full shot of stealthy cyborg ninja poised in let's have him, let's describe the shot. So mid body, waist up shot, close up shot. Make it a mid-body, waist up, close-up shot. Okay, cool. That's the angle that I'm envisioning. I want to start off with a mid-body. So mid-body, waist up, close-up shot of a stealthy cyborg ninja on a bamboo forest rooftop during the day, wearing a flowing black coat, form-fitting black outfit. Cool. This all looks good. So I'm going to accept the enhanced prompt. So we were able to go from that very simple idea of just the cyborg ninja, and now we have him in the scene. Let's go ahead and forge a few times and see what we can create here. The Prompt Genie is exactly like you would use like a ChatGPT or LLM or Google, Gemini, AI Studio, anything like that. So you can try and guide the AI, the Prompt Genie, that way to help give you the result you're looking for. Okay, so for this, I see the art style is kind of not really what I'm imagining here. It's kind of similar though, but I don't want it super realistic or extremely high definition, right? So I'm going to update this to make the art style update the art style to mobile game 3D. All right, I'm going to enhance the prompt that way. Now, let's see, mobile game 3D art style. So that should kind of be more along the lines of what I'm looking for. So let's see what that creates. Okay, so I see this robot here. He has red eyes. I kind of want to get some more variations of something like this, but I want the character to have like bright purple eyes. So I'm going to enhance the prompt here. I could just update here, but I want to in the prompt box, but I'm just going to do it this way. Make the cyborg have bright purple eyes. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we have added in the information here. Bright purple glow from his eyes. Cool, let's do this. And for this start to finish video, I am using the game character's Flux default exploration style that we have. So anybody can go ahead and use this style and follow along in this video if you wanted. Okay, so I am going to select this one and I am going to just create some variations of this, set the similarity down to 35%. I want to get something similar to this. The background scene is exactly what I'm envisioning. The character looks like a cyborg. They have the bright purple eyes, so I'm going to go with something similar to this. Now that we have the character identified, we know what we want to do. I want to start preparing all the different parts of what this video is going to be. We know that we have the first frame and the last frame, but what is like the storyboard of this? How does the shot want to start? So I want to have this start with a close-up of this character, like their eyes, and then I want the next frame, the last frame of that clip, to be like this wide angle shot of the character's full body. So I am going to go ahead and I know this is going to be my second shot. For the first one, I know I want a close up. And to do that, I am going to upscale this image so that we can zoom in and get that close up of that character's face. So I'm going to go ahead and right click here. I'm going to go down here to refine and upscale. I'm going to just upscale it up to a scale factor of 5. I'm going to leave the creativity and resemblance to be the same. And let's go ahead and upscale that now. All right, so now that this upscale is done, I'm gonna go ahead and open it here. We can see here there's a ton more details, and it is upscaled up to 4,912 by 4,912. So I'm going to go ahead and start by favoriting this original one that we have here. This is going to be our second shot. And now we are going to go ahead and make the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and right click here. I'm going to select edit in canvas. So because we are opening up this really big upscaled image here in Canvas, it is taking a little bit longer to load than usual. But you could also download this, drop it into Photoshop really quickly and do that. But for this, I know I just want to get a zoomed in thing here. So I'm just going to confirm it there and repeat this process. All right, so now that we have cropped in to this cyborg ninja's face with their purple eyes here, I'm just gonna go ahead and export, and I am going to save this asset to the drive. I'm gonna create a new folder, just keep everything organized. I'm gonna do cyborg ninja video. Here we go. I'm gonna create that directory, and I'm going to export this PNG to that drive folder so I know where to import it for later when we get to creating the video. All right, now that we exported the close-up image of that character, we are going to focus on the next shot, which is going to be a full body shot. So I'm going to go here to enhance prompt. I'm going to update this prompt. Right now it says mid body, waist up, close up shot. So we're going to update this to a wide angle full body shot of this cyborg ninja. Alrighty, here we go. I'm enhancing the prompt now. So wide angle, full body shot of the stealthy cyborg ninja in a bamboo forest. Okay, cool. I'm gonna enhance this prompt. I see it added bamboo forest rooftop. He's not in a bamboo forest rooftop, so AI isn't perfect. It's just doing some weird stuff there. We do want the purple glow from his eyes. Okay, so I think this is really good. I'm gonna do a couple things here to test. I am going to just immediately forge here, and I want to try and get the character in the full body wide shot. Something that we do want to make sure is to get this character as consistent as possible in this shot. So we have this wide angle. I'm gonna go back here to my favorites. We have the character looking like this with his design and the fins things on his arms. So to do this, I'm going to use this as a canny edge reference, and then I'm going to use our favorited one here as a reference image. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and get this character and have it in that character's pose, because they are slightly different, but they do look very similar. But I want to just try and tighten that up a bit. So what I'm going to do here is export this to and save it to Drive. I'm going to save it in the Cyborg Ninja one here. Now I'm going to go here to more options. I'm going to go here to Canny Edge, and now I'm going to select that from Drive. This is the original reference here. Cool. I'll just leave the similarity to 50%. And then we have this character. I'm going to select Create Variations. And I do want to try and play with this setting a little bit. And we're going to leave the prompt here. So the goal is we're trying to get a character that looks very similar to this in this pose. And sometimes here is where we'll have to do some exploration and just trying different settings and trying to find what really works to get this character in the exact pose and position that we're trying to do. This would work much better if this was a trained style of just this character, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to show you guys what was possible using the default Flux game character style that we have trained. All right, so this one looks really cool. So like when we go back and we take a look at what our first one is, we're not using a trained style. So it's not the exact same character that we're gonna get, but what we're doing is manipulating the prompt using different references to try and get this exact character as close as possible. But my idea is if there are slight differences, I'm gonna have, for example, like there's nothing lit up here or anything changing on the character, but in this next shot, the suit is gonna like power up. So it's gonna look like the character's like powering up or charging up or something like that. It's a cyborg. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going with, and his suit can change a little bit and stuff. I'm kind of imagining that would make a really cool scene. Favorite this one so that we can see where we are now in our favorites. I'm gonna set this to grid, but we're gonna have this shot zoom out and some sort of transition, and then have the character standing here. So we jumping back into what we had before. We have the close-up, we have the mid shot, we have the full body shot, and we're doing this like transformation with this cyborg here, cyborg ninja type of character. And they look very similar. In the video, it's gonna make sense once I forge a little bit there. But now I want to have this character walking away from the camera, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back here. I'm gonna create variations of this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enhance the prompt. I'm gonna update it. So let's say have change the perspective and angle of this to be a reverse perspective, showing the cyborg, gotta spell that right, cyborg ninja walking away in the distance. All right, I'm gonna enhance that prompt now. Let's go ahead and see what the Prompt Genie, how it changes the prompt to create something. So reverse perspective of a stealthy cyborg ninja in a bamboo forest walking away, glowing purple elements. All right, let's try that. I do want to change the similarity here, probably a lot lower. Let's try 25% and see what we can get. Since this is the character walking away and we're seeing the back of his cloak, I'm hoping that we're not going to have to, I'm going to have to change the settings here a little bit more. But I want to make sure, or I don't need to make sure as closely that the character matches exactly, because it's the back of this screen, the back of this character. Let me update this prompt. So reverse perspective, rear angle view of a cyborg. All right, I think that might make sense a little bit more. I think maybe the prompt was just needed to be updated. Walking away, black cloak, metallic accents. All right, there we go. This is an excellent example of how the prompt really influences how the AI creates stuff, because now we can see here that just adjusting those two words, rear perspective and rear angle, we were able to make such a big impact here. So let's get some more variations. I'm going to adjust the similarity here up to 25%. I want to see if I can get something that looks a little bit closer to our cyborg here and see how that is created. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with something like this. So this one is really neat. We get the little spikes on the side, we get the cloak, we get all these like purple elements on the back of the cloak. I think it looks really good visually, but I want to create some more variations of this one. So I'm going to set the similarity up to 35%. So just to recap where we are so far, right? So we have the close-up shot, we have the mid-body shot, we have the wide angle shot, and now we're getting closer to a rear angle shot of this character to have them walking away. And I think this one is cool. All right, so now that these generations are done, I am gonna go with this one here. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite it. Let's look at the favorites now. So now that we have all of the different parts of this video, we have the close-up, we have that exported to Drive, we have the mid shot, the full body shot, and the reverse angle of this character walking, that is going to be the first shot of the character walking away. I'm going to go ahead and select all, and I'm going to export, and I'm going to save them to the drive. I'm going to save them in this same folder here. Awesome. So now that we have everything exported in a way where we can quickly just add them to the first frame and last frame here. So I am going to be using Kling version 2 here, and we have our first frame and last frame feature that we recently added here. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this video generation. So I'm going to go ahead and select the close-up here that we created earlier in Canvas, and the last frame is going to be, I'm going to select from Drive, go here to the folder, and I am selecting this original generation that we made. So now let's go ahead and describe the prompt here. So cyborg ninja wearing a cloak, standing in a bamboo forest. All right, I'm going to enhance the prompt. And so that's my basic idea. Cyborg ninja wearing a cloak, standing in a bamboo forest. Now what I want to do is describe the first frame and the last frame here. So let me start by enhancing the prompt, and then I'll make changes from this. the scene starts with the first frame. The scene starts with the first frame being a close-up shot of the cyborg's face and glowing purple eyes, and when the camera slowly zooms out to a mid-body shot. All right, so now it is enhancing the prompt. We are adding a lot more details. So close-up shot of the stealthy cyber, close in on purple eyes, camera slowly zooms out to a mid-body shot, billowing in the wind. Cool. I think this is a good start. Something that I found that works really well for this is I'm just gonna add to the Prompt Genie. So like add camera control terminology. So especially when working with video, there's like certain terms. I've got a lot of them here, but I just wanted to add in those little details like close up to a medium shot, smoothly transitions. I think that is a good way to help guide the AI, especially when working with video like this. I want to make sure my aspect ratio is 1:1. That is correct. You could do the same approach for landscape or portrait video, but this is what we are doing for this project. So the video duration is set to 5 seconds, and now I'm going to go ahead and forge a few times. The thing with video is it takes a few minutes to create, especially if you adjust the duration to be 10 seconds. But for this, I'm just going to go ahead and forge 4 to 5 times. Usually I've found that when I forge a few times, I'll get better chances of getting something generated by AI that looks like what I'm imagining in my head. A lot of times you're not going to get a perfect video generation on the first try. It's going to take a few different generations. Sometimes you might not get anything that is good. So then you want to go back and look at the prompt. Maybe it's the first frame or the last frame. I've found that if there is too big of a difference between the first frame and the last frame, like for example, you have two totally different background scenes or something, it might try and get from the first frame to the last frame in a very weird way and do a bunch of weird AI things. But for this project, we're really trying to focus on getting a cohesive scene and using AI to create something that looks from start to finish like one cohesive piece, and making it in these different little scenes to kind of match with the vision that we have. All right, so now we have our video generations that are done. Let's go ahead and review them and see if we got something that we think matches the vision and looks really cool. Just checking each one to kind of see which one I like. And what I'm looking for is like the transitions, and like this character, their eyes are moving a little bit. Yeah, so this one has a lot more movement with the character walking. I think this one is really a lot more visually interesting. The other ones he's kind of just standing there, a little bit too just not very much movement, not super interesting. Like I like how the cape is moving here in this one, but yeah, by far this one is a lot more interesting to me. We got a little bit of character movement. Go ahead and favorite this one. Awesome. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next scene. So let's go ahead and clear this image here. I'm gonna go ahead and select the next one So I know I'm starting here with this mid shot. That is the first frame, and then the last frame is going to be the wide angle shot with the character lit up. So let's go ahead and enhance the prompt. All right, so we're trying to like fine tune this prompt here. We're just giving little bits of guidance. The ninja gracefully moves, flip position. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this and see what we can create. Something that I am a little bit concerned about, or just thinking about here, is that there's these flames here in the first frame, and then as the angle zooms out, we don't have those flames anymore. So it's something that I'm thinking about now, but I'm not sure what we're gonna get. We might get some cool creative stuff there, but I'm gonna go ahead and forge 5 different times. That's my lucky number, I guess, but I'm finding some good results, like 20% of the time here. If I do 5, I really like this one, and maybe it would be better if I worked on my prompting a little bit to kind of guide the AI a little bit more. But we're going to keep going with this process and see what we can get here. All right, so our video generations are done. We got the mid shot going to the full body shot. Let's see what we got here. This one, definitely too weird of AI stuff happening there. Some of these are cool. That one was like a weird Michael Jackson move or something, but I think it's the part in the prompt that has the character doing something in between. I think I'm gonna change that. Actually, I think I might like this one, because the whole scene like shakes here, and I think this is really interesting. I think I'm gonna retry this though. Yeah, I don't love all of these too much, so I'm gonna just edit this prompt here a little bit. I've updated the prompt a little bit. Overall, the shot is working well. It's just fine-tuning the details to kind of get something closer to what we want. I think I want to add in a detail here about the wind making the fires go out or something. I'm gonna try that. Actually, I'm gonna just forge with 3 right now, 3 different forges, and then I'm going to update the prompt and forge again. All right, our video files are now done generating. Let's look at the 2 different prompts that I tested. So this one is not really working for me. Wow, that was really awesome. This one is sick. I might use that one. This one is really cool too. Yeah, this prompt is coming along. Trying to decide which one is the coolest. This one I think looks really neat because the character and the way that the suit lights up and everything, it's really interesting looking. But I'm not the biggest fan of how the background changes a bit. I kind of like this one, but then I don't like how this one looks like the character's like growing really fast, like it like zooms up. I don't know. I like both of them. I'm gonna save both. I'm gonna add both into the video, and then I'm gonna just decide which one I like most, but these are looking really awesome. So now that we have the character, their suit powering up, now I want to get the character turning around. And starting from this last frame where the suit's all powered up. I want them to turn around, and then I'm going to do the last scene, which is the character walking away, and I want to have this character flying up in the air. So for this, let's go ahead and clear the prompt and the reference images here. Let's go ahead and start here. We got this first frame, we got this last frame, and here we go. So now I'm gonna update this prompt using Prompt Genie this time, because last time I didn't use Prompt Genie. I just switched a couple words around and didn't want to change the whole prompt. So now I'm gonna go ahead and describe my change here, right? So the shot starts with the cyborg ninja, and then the cyborg turns around and begins to walk away. All right, so let's see what this, how this prompt is updated with Prompt Genie. Okay. The shot starts with a full body shot of the character. All right, so here we go. Full body shot of the selfie cyborg ninja, purple eyes, awesome, powers up. I want to remove that part. Remove the part about the cyborg powering up. He's already done that. All right, so we are removing that part. This really makes an impact here. As we saw earlier in this video, it's the way the words are, the prompt really helps guide the AI to create something that looks really awesome. So I want to spend the time here to get this right. I'm reading it here. The ninja rotates, transitioning to a walking motion, smoothly pans to a wide angle perspective. Okay, let's do that. I want to do one more add in camera control terminology. All right, I'm enhancing that prompt. I just want to add a little bit more camera terms here. The idea looks really good. Okay, graceful rotation. All right, I don't know. Let's try it. See what we can create here. I'm gonna go ahead and forge 5 times. All right, so we have our generations. They're complete. Let's see how we can get this character moving, rotating, how the scene changes. This one's a little bit too much. Not the biggest fan of that one. The background changes a lot in that one. Yeah, this one is awesome. I think this is the best one for sure. The background is moving or changing a little bit, but I think it could be kind of neat, like with the character like changing and doing all this weird stuff. It could be like he's like changing time or something around, changing the environment. Super sci-fi, you know, could be something neat there. All right, now that we have like a pretty good picture of everything, with all the images that we've made, all the little video clips, I want to kind of like bring it all together with this last shot. I'm still deciding between these two, which one changes. I'm probably gonna go with this one. I think this one's really neat. And then we got the power up, purple. This one, same kind of shade of purple, and we got some red here. Got the character turning around. All right, cool. I think for this last shot, we are gonna do just a first frame and not a last frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear that, and I wanna do a 10-second generation for this one. So I'm going to select it. We're gonna set it to 10 seconds here, and now I'm gonna enhance this prompt. So remove all the information about the cyborg turning around to walk away. All right, so I'm removing, editing this prompt now, removing some of that part that doesn't matter anymore. And I'm going to update it here. The cyborg is walking. Let's do static. The camera is static. The cyborg is walking away into the distance. He then, okay. There's then a bright purple flash of light, and he flies up vertically out of the frame, out of the shot. Let's do that. Cool. So I have this idea. I want this cyborg ninja. I want him walking away, a big purple flash, and then him flying it off into the distance. That's my idea I have in my head. I'm trying to get this with the prompt. Static camera captures the channel scene with the cyborg ninja. Walk into the distance, okay, and vertically out of the shot. Okay, cool. I don't know. Let's try this. See what we can get with this. I'm gonna go ahead and prompt. We're gonna do the same 5 times and see what we can get that way. Cool. So since this is a 10-second generation, it is going to take double the amount of time that those 5-second generations take. So I will check back in as soon as that is done. Okay, so now that these 10-second generations are done, let's go ahead and review them. I just want something really awesome to finish this out, have the character zoom out of the shot. So that's the goal here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that one's pretty awesome, but I do want the character to fly out of the shot. Exactly like that. That one is awesome. That one might be the winner so far. This one is... I like how this one we could see the character actually like fly up out of the shot. That is exactly kind of what I'm imagining. That's the goal with this. So far we got one lucky one. Yeah, this one, character turning around. I don't know what this is. Yeah, AI doing weird AI stuff. But yeah, so I don't want anything with the character turning around. All right, so now that we have all of our assets together, we can kind of see where we started from. We started with just these images, these 3 images of this character, and we built out this scene. Zooming out, the power up, and then the transition to walking backwards, and then to flying out of the shot. So the last step before I export these that I want to do is I want to upscale each one of them. So I'm just going to go ahead, right click and upscale, and I'm going to upscale each one, and then I'm going to drop it into Premiere, and I'm just going to put all the videos together, and then we can go ahead and watch the final product. It's going to take me a couple minutes, so I will do that off camera, and then we can check back in at the end and see the final product. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video, the start to finish process of starting with the concept for a character, creating all of the different frames that would be used with our new first frame and last frame video feature, and then also using Prompt Genie to help craft together the prompts to get a cohesive scene like this that can be used all within layer and the different parts of layer to create something really awesome. So stay tuned for our next videos, and I'll see you in the next one.